Hello everyone, welcome back to this section of the Appmint tutorial series. So in this section, we are going to be learning how to implement CMS and DAM in real-world projects. So for instance, everything that we have been learning so far, so how can it be really implemented and in the real-world project? So the purpose of this section is to provide you learners with a practical experience in applying CMS and DAM principles to actual projects. So we are going to be talking about how to implement CMS and DAM in real-world project. So the first project use cases is building a blog. So in this case, if you want to have a website, something like a blog where you publish a lot of articles, so you can use the Appmint CMS to actually build a blog. In this case, you are going to be having a CMS collection for articles. So in this page, so just like when you have this particular page, now this is the site pages, then this is the content. So when you click on the content, you have a lot of options here. So now when you click on post, from this post, these are all the articles that we have published so far. We have this there's the title, there's log, there's summary, and all of the things that you might want to see. So I'm just going to minimize it so that you can see. So in the case of cover image, which is quite optional, so these are all the articles that we have published so far. So then let's say this website this particular website that we are building is actually meant for a blog, so we can actually integrate all of these articles on the website. So that's the first project use cases that you can use for Appmint, that is creating a CMS collection for articles. So and using it by connecting those blog posts, that is this dynamic blog posts, and connecting them to a web page. So if you are looking for if you are interested on how to actually integrate this blog post into a web page, so there is going to be a link in the description on how you can link this blog post to a web page. So now that we have talked about the first project use case, which is building a blog, so then the second use cases for implementing CMS and DAM in real-world projects is managing an online store. So let's say you are building a website for an e-commerce project. So you can also implement the CMS and DAM. In this case, you are making use of storefront, then you have product. In this case, you can make use of these products to create a collection of products with product categories in CMS. So in that case, you can have your product and then show it on your e-commerce store. So using the CMS and DAMs enable you to efficiently create product categories in CMS. So for instance, if you have some products that is under confectionaries, you have product under maybe fashion, or even other clothing, other electronics, and all of those things. So you can easily use the CMS feature to create product categories so that it will be easier for you to categorize your product. Also, the second thing about implementing CMS and DAM in real-world projects is that you can easily upload and organize your product images using DAM. So when we talk about DAM, whereby we show in the previous section, remember how we are able to use the DAM to categorize, to create a folder. And for instance, in this case, we have the travel website where we are able to categorize the folder for everything that we want to use. So you can also use the CMS and DAM reward project by uploading and organizing product images using DAM. So let's say, for instance, I want to have I'm creating an e-commerce store for a brand called HOG Shop. So I can just create a folder from here and call it HOG Shop. So in this case, after adding the folder, so I'm going to be having this folder. Then you can now create and organize the product images using them. For instance, I can create another folder, call it cakes. Inside there, cakes. So after having cakes here, so I can also create another folder, call it peanuts. Then click on add. So then I can also create another folder, call it chin chin. So now with this, so I have this HOG shop. Let's say I'm building a website for HOG shop, e-commerce website. Then I have this particular category, which is cakes, peanuts, and chin chin. So with you being able to effectively organize your folder, you can now upload all pictures that are related to cakes inside the cakes folder. Then all pictures that are related to peanuts, you can upload them to the peanut folder, and all pictures that are related to chin chin, you can upload them to the chin chin folder. So with using DAM, you can easily upload and organize your product images using the DAM. So then the third project use cases, when we talk about when it comes to implementing CMS and DAM reward, the third one is developing a portfolio website. So when you are building a portfolio website, you can store your project images in DAM, just like the first folder that we have here is portfolio demo. Let's say it's for a particular website that is meant for portfolio. So you can also create a folder based on that website. So you can have, let's say, the home. Then I can also have the about. Then I can also have the contact us. So depending on how many pages you want to have on the website, you can then upload all of the images that you want into each of these folders. So in that case, you are organizing your images for your website projects using the Appmint DAM. So also you can also display project details dynamically via CMS. There is also going to be the link in the description. You can follow the link in the description of this video on how to display your project details dynamically via CMS. So so the learning activity for you is to choose one of the above project scenarios. So far we have mentioned 3 project use cases. The first one is building a blog, the second one is managing an online store, and the third one is developing a portfolio website. Then you can pick any of these project use cases and then implement them using the CMS and DAM feature. So that's going to be all for this particular section. And we are going to be talking briefly about the key takeaways. So the first key takeaway is that CMS enables structured content management for dynamic web pages. That if you want to have a blog where you have dynamic content, you can use the Appmint CMS to do that. Then the second one is that DAM, that is digital asset management, centralizes and organizes digital asset for efficient retrieval. So the Appmint DAM allow you to do that, to upload, centralize, and organize your digital asset. Then thirdly, SEO optimization of images improves search visibility, just like we have explained in the previous section. Then lastly, CDN and compression techniques enhance media performance, just like we have demonstrated also in the previous section on how to use the compression techniques to enhance your media performance. So that is going to be all for this section and for this module, and I'm going to be seeing you in the next module. Until then, bye.